Hi, everyone. This is Catherine again, bringing to you another animal story time, also known as, this time, of course, Newt's Nook. This time, I do have some kittens in the room who are helping me. So, right now, you can see Coco is the black one that just jumped down and is being very grumpy. She is my grumpiest cat. And this is Julian, who is the calmest kitten that has ever been. He's also very cute and good. And then, of course, as always, our big star Newt. And since we had a huge snow this weekend, we thought that we would do a special snow story time. So this time we're going to have two books. And then at the end, I'm going to have a little craft that hopefully you can do with things that are just around the house. If not, I can definitely have some take and make ready so you can pick them up at the library if you want to. But again, it's really just two things. So our first book is The Snow Dancer by Addie Boswell and illustrated by Merce Lopez. And this one, I believe, is Two Lions Publishing. Yes, this one is read with permission from Two Lions Publishing, which is Amazon's publishing company, one of Amazon's publishing companies. Yes. Has a dedication. It's for Toki and our snow adventures, and to the four dancers who have helped me during this trip: Irene, Kyoko, Zymel, and my dear Funk Attempt. Hope I said the names right, because I feel bad otherwise. But... Sophia was asleep when the snowflakes came. All through the night they fell, frosting the rooftops, fluffing the sidewalks, laying fuzzy hats on the fire hydrants. I would always look at that and think that things had hats because of the snow. So I appreciate that a lot. When she woke, Sophia flew to the window. "Snow day?" she asked. "Snow day," she said. "Snow day!" she cheered. Her voice hung in the still air. No buses squealed, no cars honked, no neighbors shouted. Her city and all its sounds had disappeared. Sophia bundled out of the sleeping house. She sniffed the cold, clean air and tasted the sparkling snow. Woomph! She fell down the hidden steps. Crunch, crunch, crunch. She hopscotched down the invisible sidewalk. Slish, slish. She skated across the frozen street. It's a good page, lots of sounds. She slid to a stop at the top of the park. The sun shone like a giant spotlight. The soccer field gleamed like a giant stage. There wasn't a single set of footprints yet. She's going to make some footprints, huh? Yeah. Always feels special when you make the first footprints in snow. She leaped, she twirled, she made patterns with her footprints. Crunch, 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 crunch. She drew lines with her shuffles. Shh, slish, slish. She danced a whole ballet into the silence until... children appeared at the top of the hill. "Look," whispered a little girl, "a snow fairy." But the other kids didn't hear. They saw the giant spotlight and the giant stage. They shouted, "Snow day," as they ran helter-skelter down the hill. Look at all those kids. "Stop," Sophia said. "Wait, listen." But the kids didn't stop. They were too busy running and jumping, laughing and yelling, pushing and falling, scattering all of Sophia's beautiful silence. A little girl tugged on her scarf. Are you a snow fairy? I'm not a fairy. I'm just a dancer, sniffed Sophia. What does a snow dancer do? Sophia thought for a moment. She stood up a little straighter. A snow dancer can do anything. She reached out her hand. I'll show you. The other kids stomped roads that crisscrossed the stage. Crunch, 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 crunch. And Sophia and her new friend twirled through the blank spaces. The other kids cannonballed themselves into the snowdrifts. Kasploosh! Kasploosh! And Sophia and her new friend leapt over them on their tiptoes. They skated and swirled and slid until a snowball landed, splat, right on Sophia's shoulder. The kids froze. A silence fell over the park. The snow dancer looked to her sidekick. They shared a secret smile, a secret snow dancer smile. Snowball fight, Sophia shouted. Sploosh, 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 skitter, wish, slap, woomph. They were worried she was going to be mad, but she got into it, huh? Soon the kids were too tired to throw one more snowball. They lay scattered in the snow and listened to the sounds moving closer. Snow plows pulled out. Screech, screech, scrape. Buses started their engines. Huff, huff, hum. And parents called their kids home to shovel. No more fun, only shoveling. Sophia spread her arms and gave her new best friend a grand curtsy. The girl curtsied back. Then the snow dancer twirled in the white world once more and turned home, dancing in her frozen footprints. Crunch, 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 slish, 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 woomph. At home, Sophia snuggled up with a mug of cocoa. Sniffle, sniffle, sigh. Nice and warm, has a fire. A picture of, what do you think that is? Looks like kids' art. Maybe a hedgehog, puffer fish. I like both those things. Outside, the world sparkled and glistened. Snow day, Sophia whispered. The end. I like that because she was having fun by herself, and then she was kind of upset that the kids came in and they ruined her silent snow dancing plans, but then she had fun with them anyway. And there's so much to do in the snow. I like to sled personally. That is my favorite snow hobby, but I'm also, a fan of building snowmen and snow forts. This next one that we have is 10 Ways to Hear Snow, written by Kathy Camper and illustrated by Kennard Pack. And also, you see these stickers. This means that the library just got these books in January. Actually, in the last couple months, we have gotten over 100 new kids' picture books. So I've been having a lot of fun going through them, and you should definitely stop in and pick some up because they're great. I adjusted my camera. I'm sorry. But as we have covered in my other story times, nobody is perfect, and I'm definitely not. All right. So this is read with permission from Coquilla, which is one of the publishing companies under Penguin Random House. And Penguin publishes a lot, and they've been really great about letting us read during the pandemic. So this one also has a dedication. It has to all my Lebanese family, especially my Lebanese aunties who encouraged my love of books, and to my dear Aunt Zhang Ok Song. When Linda woke up, everything was quiet. Have another, a common theme here, huh? Snow being quiet. It's true. No cars honked, no buses chugged, no garbage trucks gulped trash across the street. Snow! Last night's blizzard was gone, leaving the city muffled and white. But today was Grape Leaf Day, when Linda would help her grandmother make warak and knob. City was losing her eyesight, and Lena loved helping her cook. I want to tell Siti all about the snowstorm and make sure she's okay. The snow's so deep, Lena's mom said. We could go with you, Lena's dad offered, but Lena wanted to go to Siti's by herself. Stay warm, Habiti, her dad told her. Lena bundled up. See all these terms of endearment, Habiti and Siti, it's like granny and darling. Outside, the sun on the snow was was as bright white as a light bulb. Lena squinched her eyes and pulled her scarf over her nose. She could barely see. I wonder if this is how Siti feels, Lena thought. The world sounded softer, but the noises she heard were clearer. I noticed that about snow too. Scrape, scrip, scrape, scrip. What was that? It was Mrs. Watson's shovel digging out the sidewalk. That's one way to hear snow, Lena thought. Lena walked down the street. Snick, 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 snick. The noise was low to the ground. What was that? It was the treads of Lena's boots crunching snow into tiny waffles. Two ways to hear snow. There's a lot of sound effects in this book too, huh? Just like in the first one. Lena ducked under a pine tree. Plump. A powdery sound. A blue jay on a branch had knocked down snow. 3 ways to hear snow, Lena counted. She listened for more. Swish, 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 swish. What was that soft, whiskery noise? People sweeping snow off their cars. Their brushes made the 4th way to hear snow. Lena cut across the park. Scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch. Another snow noise? Lena was long, skinny tracks by her boots. Ahead of her, people were skiing. Their skis made the 5th way to hear snow. Rashid and Miriam were building a snowman. Pat, pat, pat. What was that? It was Mittens smoothing the snowman's head. The gentle sound made the 6th way to hear snow. As Lena walked away, her friends whispered and laughed. Thwomp. Oh no! Lena ran away as fast from the 7th way to hear snow. It's a snowball, huh? That was in the other book, huh? There was a whomp. Lena reached Siti's building, all out of breath, her boots covered with white powder. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Lena giggled. She was making the 8th way to hear snow. Hello, Lena, the lady in the lobby said. Go on in. She pointed toward Lena's grandmother's room. Lena opened the door. Surprise, Siti, I came to make grape leaves with you. Lena threw her coat and mittens on the radiator to dry. Wonderful, the lamb and rice are ready, Siti said. Yalla, I can't wait, Lena shouted. Let's get started. Lena rinsed the grape leaves and placed them on towels. Put some filling in the center, roll them up, and put them in the pot, Siti instructed. They're like little grape leaf cocoons, Lena said. Look at them piled on the plate. Or lots of little sleeping bags, Siti replied. Ha, mine looks like a mustache. Lena held her stuffed grape leaf under her nose. Siti held hers under her nose too. That's good, she wrinkled up her face and said. We look like a couple real tough guys, in a tough guy voice. Oops, I didn't do a tough guy voice, I'm sorry. Look like a couple real tough guys. Cece, did you know we had a blizzard last night? Of course. Lena was surprised. How could her grandmother know when she couldn't see very well? Then she heard a noise. Drip, drip went the mittens. It's the sound of snow melting. 9 ways to hear snow. Suddenly, Lena understood how Siti knew. Siti, did you hear the snow? Siti smiled. Each morning I open the window and listen. Today, everything sounded hushed and soft. No noise is the sound that means it's snowing. Siti, I listened too. I heard snow 9 different ways. Shovels were 1, boots were 2, the blue jay was 3. Slow down, Habiti. I want to hear them all. But right now, shh. Siti went to the window and opened it again. Listen, she said. Outside, the late blue afternoon was completely still. Quiet is the 10th way to hear snow. Can you think of any other ways to hear snow? I think that she covered a lot of the ways. Maybe we could get some ice cracking. I'm not sure. Leave a comment if you think of some other ways to hear snow. And stay on here. I'm going to tell you the supplies that you need, and then we're going to make some indoor snow. And I'm hopefully not too messy, parents. So I miss you all, and I hope to see you soon. Stay very warm and have a great week. Bye. And I'm sorry that Newt was very tired, I guess. So. Okay, so as promised, the easiest craft of all time. All you need is baking soda and water. I also have a bowl to mix it in and a spoon and a fork. So first, I just took 4 spoonfuls of baking soda. The amount doesn't really matter. You want to splash on enough water to cover it, mix it up with a fork or a whisk, and then when that is done, splash a little more water until it gets light and fluffy like snow. After that, you just, fix your ratios until it's moldable, and you're good to go. And then you can make a happy little snowman without the cold.